Hello everyone, this is Duran's Healing and welcome to tonight's Healing Circle. For those of you who are new here, welcome to my channel where I provide weekly energetic updates for the collective. And as I began to blaze this fire tonight, gather around and contribute your very powerful energy. Whether it be a like, a share, subscribe, or comment below to let me know how these messages are showing up in your world. And with that being said, let's jump right into the stones to see what's going on out here in the cosmos. And the message that's speaking the loudest is coming from your spirit guides, your ancestor team, or your higher team, and they're bringing attention to your role as a healer. But quite to the contrary, what's striking my eye the most has to do with the positioning of this doll, the doll that represents you, and this signifies the state that you're in. What I'm downloading here is that your spiritual body is off in the spirit world, and you appear to be energetically heightened right now. The sensitivity of your energy may be turned up a notch. Yeah, it's because your energy is dwelling in the spirit world. The elevation of your frequency has tapped you in at the current threshold of time and space. To be able to, what I'm sensing here is to pick up on a very important message. Yeah, you wouldn't be positioned here if there wasn't something very important going on off in the spirit world, and by you being a conduit, a messenger, off in the community is not enough. No, right now, the stones are suggesting that your spirit is needed and used in the other world. Very interesting, and I could tell you right now, just simply off the position alone, you may be experiencing a lot of energetic shifts in your world, a lot of emotional changes. This is very difficult to do. Very often, this happens at very unique times in the cosmos. But I can sense that your dreams may be different. Your sleep pattern may be disrupted right now. Your energetic body may be a little bit more sensitive than usual, taking things outside of its context because your spiritual body is off in the stratosphere. It's off in the other world, handling very important matters that I don't necessarily know what they are just yet. Very interesting. I can tell that your energy may be pulled in different directions. Right now, you may believe or feel that you can't contain yourself. Like your energy isn't able to hold the regular conversation without feeling away. It's because you're preoccupied spiritually. And judging by the stones here in the earth, you have a lot to do. There may be a lot of tasks that are on your front doorstep that are waiting for you to handle because you're also still a human. You still have important matters that you have to handle. But not only that, being that the stones started out in the community, I can sense that there may be a lot of people asking for you being absent. Are you going to show up here? A lot of people pulling on your energy right now. The demand is running very high for you. You are hot commodity. But this has everything to do with what's going on out here in the cosmos and what you're holding at this current time. And very uniquely here, this is a very large task energetically. What I'm seeing here is that you, by way of your frequency, you're like this dot connector, like this vessel that the other world can tap into to funnel highly powerful, highly charged information towards in order for it to reach the paradigm, to reach certain people, to reach the community, to reach this planet. And you're the one to be able to hold the fort, to hold the line. This is a very large task, energetically heavy, but I can see that you're doing it. But not without tears, not without feeling the heavy emotion, not without your world being interrupted emotionally. And you may be feeling that right now. But this energy that is being funneled through you has to go through this process in order for it to reach the planet. Like, you can't give it to people raw like you're feeling. It just comes off like you're struggling with your day, struggling with your world right now. And only very few people can see this part of you, can get access to the raw emotions of what you're feeling. It's like you're protecting yourself from allowing the world to see this. It's because you're so sensitive. You're so vulnerable right now. And you have a very tight corner of people where you can express this moment out to. You can express what you're going through out. Yeah, this is very difficult. This is very challenging. This is what goes on behind the curtains of a healer. Dealing with all these heavy energies and spiritual processes that your vessel, your body, your energy is being used for. And this powerful message that is coming through has to go through this filtering process, like this energetic current exchange. It's almost like when you go to a different country, you have to exchange the current dollar that you have for theirs. Yeah, the exchange system is happening because all of these shells are landing themselves in the nature, signifying change. But this is the message that is being changed right now before it reaches the planet. Something is going to hit this planet, and you are the catalyst for this. You are the one for this message to come through this planet on. It's very powerful, very interesting. But I don't even know which way to go in this read. But what I would like to do is pull some cards to see what's going on out here in the spirit world. Some of you may be really malfunctioning right now. I can see grieving, crying. Some of you may be crying out of the blue and you don't know why. Some of you may be having a good day and next thing you know, you're hit by energies that are really uncomfortable. Yeah, that's what I'm sensing here. But what I would like to do is I would like to pull some cards to see what's going on out here in the spirit world and why you are the one that's being tapped to deliver this message, to be the vessel for this message to come through. What is this doll that represents the collective about? And the cards that came out were See You, Overthinking, Tank Full of Fire, Heritage, Ancestors, Monitoring Speed, and Other Worlds. And what I'm downloading in terms of this doll that's representing you, that's in the spirit world, is that they see you. The other world has a way of dialing your number. They know what you have gone through and they know how far you have come because you're energetically calibrated on this heightened frequency that allows them to tap you in. You may think you have done a lot of spiritual work off in the shadows. No, you are very visible in the spirit world, almost like a giant. Your energy is very big. And you're carrying this tank full of fire, this energy within you that has the capacity to maximize this opportunity. It's like you're built for this. You were quite literally made for this moment. You would not be able to be in this position if you weren't calibrated in this way, if you weren't made this way, if your energy did not have the frequency to do so. It's a part of your heritage. lineage. There's something in your ancestral or family line that has merged itself with the current thread of consciousness to say that this is one of us. You're a part of a high-class spiritual body that allows you to transcend time and space, that allows you to elevate beyond the current paradigm that you live in, to sink yourself into this almost like a secret society, like a high class. How are you able to escape the paradigm that you live in? How are you able to escape the 3D and transcend to the 5D, to the spirit world? It's because you have this hall pass, a spiritual hall pass that gives you the advantage to dip off or to skip into the other world. And there's no need to worry because your ancestors, your spirit guide, or your higher team has given you this access, and they're monitoring your speed so you don't malfunction. However, what I can see here is that they're pushing you close to the edge, to the brink of your breaking point, to ensure that you're equipped with what you're built with. This is testing grounds. Testing your fitness to handle these spiritual energies, these highly charged frequencies that they're delivering to you like pizza. Can you deliver the goods? You can. They know you can. They wouldn't have called you if you couldn't. That's the process here. But there is something in your mind that keeps turning over and over again because you're tapped into the 3D on a certain level that provides you your livelihood. You still have to make a living. Something in you that says, I can't stay off in here in the spirit world because I have things to handle. You begin to overthink where you are. You begin to feel a way about all these energies that are coming to you, and you're not wrong about it. However, the energies are saying you have a dual mission here. You are not only human, but you come equipped with the spiritual energy and frequency that allows you to take on these special missions, these spiritual missions that tap you in whenever they feel like it, because they're monitoring the speed. They know when you're ready for it. They know when you have the capacity to do something different, and they know when the time is right. And there's something higher that's going on in the cosmos that you don't see. They're saying that it's something important about where you are and what you're doing that needs a bit of boost. They are seeing the gap. They're seeing this doorway of opportunity to funnel to you a highly powerful, energetic source of information that will transform the paradigm that you live in. That's why you're being tapped in. They're tapping you into the game, the spirit world, so you can process and pick up on this information being funneled to you because you are the vessel. Yeah, that's what's going on here. Very interesting download, you guys. I'm very impressed to see that some of you have a very powerful mission and playing a very pivotal role right now. And that's what this doll that represents you is about. You're holding the fort as this information is coming through you. And quite interestingly, it has to go through this filtering process, like cleansing of dirty water, cleansing of water that's been out here, out in the ocean. You have to boil it first before you can ingest it. Yeah, but there's so many stones here that suggest to me that the message that's coming to you and through you is a highly sophisticated one of light. That is why you're feeling so intense right now. This is going into a quantum level. This is going into the cosmos because I'm losing my wording. There's something here about the potency of the message that is coming through you, that is of light, of brilliance and sophistication, that is meant to change the frequency of how people move, the aura or the energies of the very community, of the very paradigm that you live in. You see, this transference process takes time. And as you hold the fort, you're exhausted. You're feeling all of these energies saying, be done with it already. Get through me so I can get down to business, so I can move along my merry way. But this is too potent. This is too potent. And I don't know exactly what this is, but because we're in the midst of the cars, I would like to see what this message is about. What is this message of light and sophistication about that's funneling through the collective at this time? And in terms of this message that's being funneled to you right now, the cards that came out were Mentor, Higher Source, Create, Solitude, Portals, and Pressure. And what I'm downloading here is that there is a message that is coming in many folds. And the top message is that because you have mastered a certain position in the spirit world, the message is suggesting that it's time for you to elevate yourself. Elevate yourself into this position as a mentor, a teacher, an educator, to share with the people around you, the world around you, this higher source of information that you have. Yeah, but you're going to be able to do this by creating your own manual, your own guidebook, your own curriculum, in order for the dispensation of this message to properly break down so that people can read it for themselves, for people can process it. In order for that to happen, you need to create this space of solitude. And when you do this, you're going to be able to open up this gateway or this portal where you won't even have to question what it is that you need to say, what it is that you need to create, what it is that you need to articulate. It's in your bones. It's in your gut. You already have this information in you. You just have to get it out. And there will be this endless, this infinite source of creativity that will allow you to create or keep turning your creative wheel. Because it's for the people, it's for others. It's like you're going to be able to articulate your experience and put it into a modality so that others can properly learn step by step. It's like you're going to create this model of how to get to this level, or how you have gotten to this level with a higher source. And the reason why they're putting this pressure on you right now is for you to move in that direction. That's one message that I'm getting that is being funneled to you right now. And the second message that I'm downloading here is that the current paradigm that you live in is thirsting for something higher, for something so pure that only you can create it. It's like because you're at this position or in this position, your energy is being calibrated as you're holding this fort. You being in solitude, you being off getting these downloads and breaking up your sleep pattern. There's something that is being pushed inside of your frequency that is creating you to be a portal for the world around you, like an energetic hub, so that others can know where to go to, how heighten their energy. Oh, people will feel good when they hear your voice. People will know that something of vitality is here. And this pressure is not only on you, but somehow your energy creates this pressure on others around them to be better, to be higher, to push themselves to do more than what they're doing. There is something in the frequency of your energy right now that's in this message that suggests to me you are the one. In this current thread of consciousness, in the paradigm that you live in, to be able to heighten this frequency around you to a new level. See, people can talk all day. People can teach all day. But it's another thing for their energy to be changed by coming in contact with a higher dose of frequency. That's what you're doing. Giving the world around you a new dose. A new level. Though you may be feeling all out of sorts right now, the frequency, the doses of your energy is being elevated to another level. And when you integrate yourself, or when you come out of this threshold, your energy will be made anew. People will begin to feel you differently. People will begin to see you differently. They will look up to you because your energy has been calibrated from the spirit world that makes you appear like a higher source. This is not egotistical, and I'm very conscious to say that. A lot of these informations that I get, even in my day-to-day life of providing divinations, I'm very conscious of what this energy can do. It can fuel the ego. So I'm making this pause or this clause to let you know that this is not egocentric. This has everything to do with you participating in the cosmos, participating in the spiritual process of the world around you. And because of what you have done, you should be commended. You should be celebrated. And though oftentimes you may feel depleted, because I can see it here in the stones, your energy is always pulled in many directions. You do not get the constant validation that you need, because people can't see what you're doing. They can't see the spiritual work that you're putting in, but I can see it. And I'm here to offer up a level of admiration, a level of courage to say, even I, reading these stones about the collective energy, am deeply inspired by what you're doing. For the current consciousness is deeply humbling to see. Wow, very powerful message. Thank you all for being here and joining me in tonight's healing circle. And if you stayed thus far, please be sure to like, to share, subscribe, or comment below to let me know how these messages are showing up in your world. And what I will do at this time, I would like to pull some cards to see what the higher energy would like for me to convey with you all at this time. What other messages the higher energy would like for me to convey with the collective? And in terms of the higher message, the cards that came out were overcompensation, standing in power, off track, sweep, in the mist, security, and finding your place. And what I'm downloading here for a large part of the collective, what I'm sensing here is that for a great deal of time in your life, you may have always overgave. Like you wanted to fit in, like you wanted to have a place. And in order for you to feel like you belong, in order for you to feel like you were validated, you had to overcompensate. But this overcompensation was an attempt to hide the deficit. You viewed your spiritual body, your spiritual self, your wild side, this spiritual component as a negative thing because it wasn't received or viewed like a good thing in the world around you. You were often ostracized for your energy. And this experience for some of you has always made you feel like you were a little bit off track, like you weren't a part of the crowd, like you did not mash up properly with the current energies of the very people around you. Like you were in the midst, but you weren't seen. You were there, but you weren't visible. And something about you giving or wanting to show up and serve was a thing for you to feel like you were properly received. But now that the stars are turning in a different way, you're starting to see that this very off trackness, this very thing that pushed you to the side, allowed you to be in power. But you had to matriculate through life. You had to go through a lot of different experiences. You had to bump your head. You had to get your hand burned for you to realize that there was nothing wrong with you. There was not a problem with your energy. You just showed up in a world that did not understand the magnitude of who you are. But now that you're embracing this side, now that you're seeing the power in your energy, you're sweeping through the crowd. You have this certain level of confidence about yourself where you don't care what people think about you. You don't care about the narrative that's being spun because there's something about security here that has validated your experience. You don't need it from the outside anymore. You know who you are, and you embrace this side of you because you've learned that it was your spiritual journey that has gotten you where you are. It was your spiritual challenges that has developed your knowledge, your wisdom, and understanding that has propelled you to this point to become a master. Mastering the art of energies, navigating and bypassing certain frequential challenges, giving you hall passes to tap into the spirit world. You did not know this would happen along your journey, but because you stayed fast, you stayed in it, and you did not waver, you're starting to find your place amongst the spiritual world. Basking in all these energy, though it may make you feel malfunction, you know what's on the opposite side or on the other end is a message for you. You know there is a blessing in your journey. There is a testimony in what you have gone through, and you've learned to embrace this process. You've learned that pressure makes diamonds, and you're shining like no other. And this is the higher message that's coming through to help you to move along your journey. If things don't feel right, you move along. If things feel all out of sorts, you stay moving along because your blessing isn't in you figuring it out in the moment. Your blessings come in the morning. Your blessings come by watching the fruits blossom. You don't know when, but you know it's going to happen. There is this pressure, but there is also a relief in knowing that throughout your entire experience, you were never failed. Period. Very loving and powerful message. Thank you all for joining me in tonight's healing circle. And with that being said, it has been an honor and indeed a pleasure. And I will see you all at the next